大家好。
Thank you for being here this morning. My name is Stephanie Tran. I am a board of director with the Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce. Before we begin, we would like to send our deepest condolences to the families and the victims of the recent mass shooting in Boulder, Colorado and Atlanta, Georgia.
大家好啦，咁呢位係陳美玲啦，佢係商會嘅董事。咁佢喺開始之前呢，想大家向最近嘅受害人呢表示呢個哀悼嘅。
Please join me in a moment of silence.
大家沉默一陣。
Thank you.
多謝大家。
Throughout today's rally, it will be recorded live on the Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce's Instagram page. The social handle is at Oakland Chinatown Chamber. Michael will also be translating in Chinese. And
咁大家好啊！咁今日嘅活動咧係會喺商會嘅 Instagram 嗰度會直播嘅。咁我係時仁光啦，咁我會幫手做翻譯噶。
And our first speaker I would like to bring up is the Oakland Chinatown Chamber's immediate past president and current board of director, Rick De Silva.
咁我哋首先係商會嘅前任主席 Rick De Silva 講嘢㗎。
I'm not sure how to. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. That'll work. Perfect.
Good morning. My name is Rick De Silva, and on behalf of the Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce and our other community partners, the 5 Oakland chambers, I'd like to welcome you all here today for this important event. I think I was talking with some of my peers earlier. We don't need to talk about why we're here. We don't need to talk about what's bringing us here and what we're facing in this community locally and nationally. The purpose of this event is to continue to show that in the face of attacks against the AAPI community, that our community partners are continuing to grow and stand strong in the face of the ugliness that is being shown against the AAPI community here.
咁大家好啦，咁呢位係 Rick De Silva 啦，佢係 Oakland 商會嘅董事啦。咁今日同埋佢哋華埠商會一齊喺度㗎，係有其他5大嘅商會一齊都喺度嘅。咁佢話今日大家嚟到呢度都知道係為咩事，咁佢哋希望集中呢個注意力喺我哋點樣去向前邁出呢一步，點樣去對抗呢啲事件，點樣去大家可以即係合作一齊去改變呢個現實嘅。
So we are continuing to hold events in the community from this week's earlier Oakland to Atlanta rally to today to show that our partners continue to be strong, that right now more than ever it's important to stand up and fight hate, to fight racism, and to show strength. And we're grateful for all of you being here today. We're grateful for all the speakers that we're going to have today. And so at this point, I'd like to introduce the Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce's President, Carl Chan.
咁喺而家呢個時候咧，佢話大家更加需要團結一致去對抗呢個仇視嘅情況嘅。咁接住落嚟講嘢係而家商會主席陳石鵬先生。
Good morning. My name is Carl Chan, President of the Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce. And today I'm so happy that I'm so grateful for the support from the President here and standing together in unity with our community to fight against AAPI hate with love and care. Now, this is a powerful moment for our city to have so many strong leaders present here today. I just want to quickly introduce some of our special guests here. 好快脆。
咁大家好啦，咁今日好多謝大家嚟到呢度，咁陳生先會介紹下今日嚟到支持呢個社區嘅嘉賓嘅。
So I hope I'm not missing anybody here, but at least want to acknowledge real quickly our Mayor Libby Chef, our Police Chief, Chief Armstrong, and we also have Acting U, Captain Wilson Lau, Lieutenant Smith, and also this Deputy Chief Bolton. And also from the fire department, we have Robert Lip and also Ryan Meinecke. I hope I'm saying it right. And also I want to acknowledge Kong White, Mr. Kong, for leading the patrol, volunteer patrol, along with many of our volunteer groups in Chinatown, which we'll mention it later on. But I also want to acknowledge Justin Wong from the Asian Real Estate Association of America with the Greater Bay chapter, along with their members. And definitely we also want to mention the Papa, which I'm also the chair for the Greater Oakland chapter. And we need to acknowledge, Kathy Adams, representing with all her members together here from the African American Chamber of Commerce, and also Barbara Leslie from the Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce, along with her members, and also Alicia Gallo and her members representing the Latino Chamber of Commerce, and also we have the Vietnamese Chamber of Commerce by Jennifer Tran and also Phuc Tran. And definitely we all like to play baseball, so representing Oakland A's, we got Taj. And we also have from Lincoln College, the president of Dr. Rudy Bisikoff, and also David Lee. And from East Payment, I want to acknowledge Cliff Chan, the general manager, and also PG&E. They are graciously donating money to support us. And we also have Gary Wong from East West Bank, and from a board director, Robert Rayburn. I know I see many people here. Sorry that I couldn't acknowledge everybody, but it would be good to have them. It's okay. Why don't we just go ahead? We don't need a translator. Let's get a big hand and welcoming all these guests. So for the interest of time, I'm not going to take up too much time, and hopefully our speaker will keep your speech short, and hopefully making as short as possible so they can move on. Now, I want to say this: moments like this are the opportunities for us to build community and improving the quality of life for all of us.
咁陳生話咧，而家係一個好重要嘅時候咧，喺度大家建設社區同埋改善我哋嘅生活㗎。
So on behalf of the Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce, I denounce all forms of racism, violence, and racial profiling. These acts have no place in our society. And we want to talk about many things. 2 items we want to talk about besides, stopping all this AAPI hate.
咁喺而家呢個時候嚟講，呢個種族仇恨啊、種族歧視咧，喺我哋社區係冇立足之地嘅。佢希望講2樣嘢係關於呢一方面嘅。
So the reason why we are doing this, we just want to talk about all this problem. We're talking about the solutions. So basically, why all 5 chambers coming together with many business, community leaders and also business leaders coming together, because we want to make changes. So we'll be focusing on what we call a business improvement plan, and one of those we call the Stop Shop Oakland campaign. And we also want to do this. We want to support the nationwide API businesses in this country. We need to help them out. So there are many programs, so we're working together along with also Visit Oakland, all 5 chambers together with our city. So that is the first program I would like to implement along with all these business leaders and the chambers.
咁當大家講呢個問題都討論得好熱烈嘅時候咧，咁佢哋咁多個商會今日喺呢度咧，就想講下有啲咩解決嘅方案。咁其中佢哋提出一個計劃咧，就係呢個屋倫嘅商業計劃。咁佢希望大家可以支持亞裔同埋全個屋倫甚至全國嘅小商業。
So we also are setting up what we call the public safety funds. And one of those is actually the camera program. I want to talk about a camera. So many people are watching the news. How much do you know the people behind the cameras are the ones actually having a good piece of information, a good story? It's not only from the reporters. So we're going to give a big hand and thanking people behind the cameras. Give them a big hand.
咁佢哋亦都會成立一個基金啦，係呢個安全嘅基金。咁呢個基金有一部分咧係攞嚟用喺呢個物購攝錄機嘅上面。咁佢亦都多謝咁多即係記者啦，咁佢哋嘅攝影人員咧都係幫手帶到好多故事俾大家，等大家知道好多資訊㗎。
Quickly, I want to tell you the camera system in China is not new. I would say the original program came in over 10 years ago, and I still remember. Now is the acting Captain Lieutenant Yu. He was the first, I think he was the at that time he was an Asian liaison officer, working along with myself and I know Michael. And Michael is actually the neighborhood service coordinator before he was working for the mayor. So together with implementing the program along with the AACC, Asian Advisory Committee on Crime. So we are having about 40 to 50% of our merchants putting up cameras, not only inside, but also the cameras pointing the outside, and which is very effectively preventing many crimes happening, but also capturing many incidents happen, and which help us to solve many of these crimes.
咁其實屋崙華埠嘅呢個防盜攝錄機計劃咧係已經有10年嘅歷史㗎啦。咁當年係呢個余劍倫，而家係警察隊長啦。咁嗰陣時佢係華埠嘅社區聯絡警員，同阿陳生同埋我哋一齊去推廣呢個計劃。咁就係希望啲商戶有一個攝錄機係對住呢個街道嗰度，咁幫助警方咧喺捉拿罪犯嗰時候可以攞嚟做呢個證據嘅。
But now it is time to fully implementing this security program in Chinatown. So I have many thanks to many of our business partners, including Oakland Ace and East Bay Mud, PG&E, Laney College, and ARIA, East Bay Chapter, and APAPA, and especially recognition for our Mayor Libby Chef. She was the one when we making a request, we need police resources, and she's the one giving us the Asian liaison officer. Just like the one that, when acting Captain Lieutenant Yu, and when he was the Asian liaison officer. By the way, I don't want you to be acting. I want you to be the real captain, and someday real soon. So I think at this time, I want to stop here. It's really about all the things that we can all do together and keep us all safe.
咁陳生就話啦，咁佢而家呢個攝影機嘅攝錄機防盜攝錄機嘅計劃咧，應該喺華埠全面推行啦。咁佢多謝好多今日參加嘅機構去幫助呢個計劃。咁佢特別希望多謝我哋嘅市長薛麗美，因為佢係幫助為我哋嘅華埠帶嚟更多嘅警察資源嘅。
So before I call on our mayor, our police chief, along with all the chambers and the speakers, I know that she's afraid to speak because she was the victim. She was robbed 3 times here, but she decided to do something different. So I would like to invite the victim, but she wants to. 之前咧，咁Wendy 咧，佢今日係特別希望咧係講嘅説話。咁佢係呢個罪案嘅受害人啦，喺華埠俾人打劫過3次啦。咁雖然佢好驚，但係佢都決定要出嚟挺身而出，去講出呢一件事出嚟㗎。
大家好。我好多謝各位今日嚟到華埠支持我哋。今日你俾咗我好大嘅勇氣同埋信心。我係屋崙華埠嘅長期嘅居民。以前我覺得華埠住喺華埠係最安全嘅，諗唔到今日嘅華埠竟然盜賊橫行。最近我喺1個月之內俾人搶劫咗3次，令我身心受傷。我亦都試過，因為我戴住個口罩，俾人哋話我係一個大群姐，叫我返去我原嚟嘅國家。好一段時間，我出親街都好驚，有時驚到喺度震。直到有一日，我喺網上見到有一位華埠嘅商家，佢話佢13歲嘅仔同佢講，問佢：爹哋，我哋以後仲有冇華埠啊？呢句話真係觸動咗我嘅心。我問自己，我話我要堅強啊！我要出去做義工，我唔可以匿喺屋企。睇住其他人同我一樣成為受害者。我哋嘅團隊嘅隊友好熱心，佢哋好有正義感，團結互助。我哋尊重所有嘅好人，無論佢係任何嘅種族。從今年2月6號開始，我哋就喺華埠巡邏。好多街坊見到我哋行過都好開心，同我哋打氣。佢哋話個心定咗好多。而我自己加入咗巡邏隊一段時間，我嘅精神狀態好咗好多。我唔會有孤單嘅感覺。我好多謝我哋嘅隊長 邝偉先生，同埋我哋所有嘅隊員對我嘅關心同埋鼓勵。我呼籲大家，特別係我哋嘅街坊，齊齊嚟加入我哋嘅團隊，同我哋一齊守護華埠。我哋都希望繼續喺呢度可以安居樂業。多謝大家。我仲有一個訊息，我哋做咗一個有關呢個我哋個巡邏隊嘅一個video， 咁我哋尋晚發出去嘅。啱啱我知道我哋已經喺全世界各地有1000幾個人係支持我哋嘅。
So I would love to do the quick translation for Wendy. So Wendy basically, and she want to thank all of you and giving her the support and courage. And basically she's been a long-time resident in Chinatown, but unfortunately within 1 month she was robbed 3 times. So not only physically getting hurt, but mentally and trauma, been going through. And one time when she was wearing just a face mask and people calling her China virus. So that is so hurtful. And of course, and one day, on online, she was watching one of the business owner's son. He's only 13 years old, and they're asking the daddy, say, hey, daddy, are we going to be losing Chinatown soon? So with that, it's giving her the courage and thinking maybe besides being a victim, she really wants to do something. So what has she done? She finally joined the Petrol Group, which you are seeing here today, and along with many, many people. But with that, starting actually in February 6th, she started to be walking Chinatown along with many people. But she also was so thankful, not only within the Chinatown community, but many people, no matter black, white, Hispanic, Asian, all of them, all races are coming to Chinatown and supporting him. So for her, she's so thankful and she wants to continue with this good work. So with that, she wants to, once again, let's unite each other. Let's talk about love, not hate. Let's talk about unity, not division. Thank you. So I guess at this time, let's give a big hand welcoming our Mayor Libby Shao.
咁我哋而家歡迎我哋黎比。
大家好。
Hello everybody.
我係薛麗比。
My name is Libby Shao.
Good morning. I hope you are all well this morning. My name is Libby Schaff. I am so proud to be the mayor of Oakland, California.
咁市長就同大家問好啦，咁佢亦都話非常驕傲係屋崙嘅市長。
Oakland, California has always stood for inclusive diversity and has always been the most unapologetic sanctuary city in America.
咁推動嘅籌款計劃去增加呢個攝錄機喺呢個華埠嘅，咁除咗防止罪案之外，亦都可以防止到其他交通事故啊，同埋其他事件嘅發生嘅。
And finally, put your money where your values are. And that means shop, spend money, order delivery, or eat outside in this beautiful weather at Asian-owned businesses and businesses in Chinatown, in New Saigon, throughout our city. We have such beautiful businesses. We need to support them now more than ever.
咁另外一樣嘢咧，大家亦都係行動去鼓勵我哋嘅亞裔小商業，咁可以喺華埠啊、喺小西貢啊、喺好多其他嘅地方喺屋崙嗰度消費去支持我哋呢啲亞裔嘅商業㗎。
I have received such heart-wrenching messages over these last few weeks. I just will share one of a business leader in Oakland, Chet Fong Tang, who talked about choosing Oakland to move to with his family because he believed this was a community where his family would be protected from discrimination, from oppression as Asian Americans. And now that dream has been challenged because of recent events. We cannot let that happen. And I also want to thank Barbara Kong Brown, a leader in the Chinatown Chamber, who specifically asked me to create a public service announcement to send a very clear message as a leader that we believe in this community, we believe in inclusive diversity, we believe that hate has no home here. She suggested this to me on Friday. On Saturday, I reached out to Mayors London Breed and Sam Liccardo, and on Monday, all 3 mayors filmed a public service announcement at the request of a community leader right here from Oakland.
咁市長話啦，咁雖然有咁多事情發生啦，但係佢仍然都好有希望，因為有啲亞裔嘅商業佢哋特登搬嚟屋崙嘅。雖然而家呢個治安有一啲挑戰，咁但係佢哋仍然都係喺屋崙好有信心。咁另外佢亦都多謝商會嘅其中一個成員咧，去提議佢去拍一個公共宣傳短片。咁佢即刻去聯絡呢個三藩市同埋聖荷西嘅市長。咁佢哋3個市長一齊拍咗一個反亞裔歧視嘅公共宣傳短片。咁大家喺電視嗰度有機會可以睇得到㗎。
We are Oakland. We are strong. We do not let anyone challenge our values. We stand with our Asian community and we will fight for your right to live in peace, in safety, and to have your culture celebrated here in Oakland, California. Thank you so much.
咁佢話屋崙有一個非常強嘅價值觀，咁佢喺呢度同呢個亞裔社區團結一致，去反對任何嘅仇恨行為㗎。
多謝，多謝。
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor Schaaf, for joining us today. Next, I would like to invite up our Oakland Chief of Police, Laron Armstrong.
咁我哋接住落嚟請我哋嘅警察局長 Armstrong 同我哋講嘢㗎。
Thank you. It is an honor, City of Oakland, come out and take a stance against hate. The Oakland Police Department is a department that believes that everyone in our community deserves to live in a safe environment. We will continue to support our Chinatown community and our Asian community throughout the city of Oakland. Oakland is a city built on unity and coming together. And in this moment, it is a true opportunity for all of Oakland to unite with our Asian community to say hate is not tolerated in the city of Oakland. The Oakland Police Department immediately made shifts and resources to support our Chinatown community. I immediately assigned a Chinatown Liaison officer to work in Chinatown full-time, a monolingual officer that can communicate with our Chinatown community. I also thank our volunteers here, our security that are walking in our community, because I think presence is important. The Oakland Police Department has also partnered with the Alameda County District Attorney's Office under District Attorney Nancy O'Malley to create a hate crimes task force. We will take all hate crimes seriously in the city of Oakland, and the crimes that have been brought to us, we have pursued them and we have made arrests.
咁大家好啦，咁Armstrong警察局長咧就話，屋崙警察局係決心要令到大家安全嘅。咁喺發生咗呢啲事情之後咧，佢哋即刻進行咗一啲調度嘅工作啦。咁安排咗一個亞裔社區聯絡警員，同埋識得講中文嘅警察嚟到我哋嘅社區。咁另外警察局亦都同呢個地檢官辦公室嗰度成立咗一個小組，係專門針對呢個仇恨犯罪嘅。咁亦都警察局好快亦都捉咗一部分涉案嘅疑犯嘅。
I have heard the voices of our Chinatown community. I have heard the voices of our Asian community about how they feel targeted. I assure you that the Oakland Police Department will take every case of hate crime or hate speech seriously, and we will vigorously pursue those responsible for it.
咁警察局長話佢聽到大家對而家治安問題嘅關注，咁佢亦都同大家講，佢哋警察局一定會盡所有嘅能力去處理呢一啲問題，亦都唔會放過任何仇恨嘅犯罪㗎。
Chinatown is a safe community. We will work with the Chinatown Chamber of Commerce to make sure that everybody that comes to Chinatown feels safe, that everybody in the city of Oakland feels safe. But we have to do it together, and today is the start with partnership with community, with partnership with volunteers, with our mayors identifying resources to help us do our jobs more efficiently. Cameras help us solve crime. So today, all of the businesses that contributed to increase cameras in our Chinatown.
話佢代表呢個拉美裔商會同埋佢哋嘅社區係同大家團結一致，咁佢亦都會大家一齊合作，用所有嘅方法去支持我哋嘅亞裔㗎。
Thank you, Eliza. The next speaker is the Oakland Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce President and CEO, Barbara Leslie.
咁我哋另外係屋倫大都會商會嘅主席 Barbara Leslie。
Good afternoon, everyone. And on behalf of the Oakland Metropolitan Chamber of Commerce Board of Directors and all of our members, we're very proud to stand here in solidarity with the Chinatown Chamber of Commerce and our multicultural chamber peers against hate and against violence in our communities, in the Asian community and all of our communities across Oakland. We represent thousands of businesses in this city. People move here because they want to be a part of this beautiful, diverse cultural experience, a business experience that we have created here in Oakland. These people are our friends. These people are our neighbors. There can be no space for hate in this community. And we stand in support of everyone who chooses to be in Oakland and live here freely and supported. As has been said before, we are 5 multicultural chambers, but we are one Oakland, and there is no space for hate. Thank you so much.
咁佢代表屋倫大都會商會啦，咁係同大家團結一致去反對任何嘅仇恨。咁佢話佢哋同所有嘅少數族裔商會、5大商會咧，認為屋倫咧呢個仇恨喺屋倫係冇立足之地嘅。咁佢哋亦都多謝大家選擇喺屋倫呢度安居樂業。咁希望可以同大家團結一致去反對仇恨事件嘅。
Thank you, Barbara. The next speaker is from the Oakland Vietnamese Chamber of Commerce Executive Director, Dr. Jennifer Tran.
咁另外我哋有屋倫越南裔商會嘅行政主任 Jennifer Tran。
Good morning, everyone. I stand here with my father today as Vietnamese communities, Vietnamese, Korean, Chinese, Japanese, Filipina, Cambodian, Laotian, Hmong, we are all here standing together against the violence that have hit our communities. In the last few weeks, we have witnessed so much support and organizations coming together to heal, to grieve, to come up with solutions like this beautiful crowd today.
咁佢話佢今日同佢爸爸一齊啦，咁代表呢個越南裔啦嚟同大家團結一致。咁佢話亞裔除咗華裔、越南裔之外，仲有日裔啊、韓裔啊、東南亞嘅好多唔同嘅種族啦。咁佢大家都係團結一致㗎。
Today, March 26th, marks the Naturalization Act of 1790, the first act that prohibited non-white individuals from becoming citizens in the U.S.
咁佢話今日咧，亦都係喺歷史上咧係一日值得紀念嘅一日，因為呢個係以前一啲反對任何唔係白人嘅成為美國公民嘅法案係通過嘅。咁我哋要記住呢啲以往嘅例子。
And while there's a lot of media or social media temptations to divide our communities, we stand here to fight against the virus that is racism, to fight against the virus that is COVID-19, to fight against the virus which is division, so that we can come up with solutions today to stop the violence against our communities.
咁佢話雖然喺呢個社交媒體上面有好多分化嘅言論啦，咁佢亦都鼓勵大家一定要團結一致，唔好俾呢啲分化嘅言論嚟影響我哋㗎。
There's a saying in Vietnamese, we say, đoàn kết là sức mạnh, which means unity is strength. We stand together today as diverse communities to come up with community-based solutions to ensure that API communities and other marginalized communities in Oakland, in the state of California, in the United States of America are respected, treated with dignity, respect, and are welcomed. Thank you very much.
咁佢用一個越南嘅俗語講啦，就係團結就係力量啦。咁佢希望我哋嘅亞裔喺屋崙啦、喺加州啦，以至全國咧都會被尊重同埋重視嘅。多謝大家。
Thank you, Dr. Tran and Kumagba, for being here today. The next person I'd like to invite up is Lady College President, Dr.
Community support groups and our business community to come together and support each other.
咁佢話佢好高興喺過去6個月咧，就同好多唔同嘅社區領袖啦、商界啦、政界嘅領袖啦，去大家一齊去合作，去支持呢個亞太裔社區㗎。
And I am so pleased to tell you that these past few weeks have not just been about shaking hands, but about making differences and having impact on people in our community. And these partnerships are already happening.
咁佢話呢啲除咗係握下手做下樣，其實唔係嘅，係為大家帶嚟好多實際嘅改變，亦都對社區造成一個真正嘅正面嘅影響㗎。
And at our college, as we prepare next month to welcome students for enrollment in our fall and summer semesters, we want to say that we have resources that we have come together to provide both on campus and in our community, thanks to these collaborations.
咁佢話嗰啲合作嘅關係咧，喺佢哋嚟緊開學嘅時候咧，就可以喺佢哋學校同埋喺社區嗰度提供對學生嘅支持同埋幫助㗎。
This includes a $1.5 million grant through ANAPISI, which will be supporting our ESL students and many of our API students as they are in the classroom, as they are preparing to enter the workplace, and as they are engaging the workplace.
咁佢哋當中有一個係150萬嘅資助啦，係專門為呢啲學英文嘅學生啦，同埋亞太裔同埋其他嘅學生去就業同埋升學㗎。
So in closing, I would like to say thank you for the opportunity to be here this morning, and special thanks to the Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce for welcoming us.
咁佢最後就多謝屋崙商會邀請佢哋嚟，亦都多謝大家嚟到呢度，多謝大家。
To Shambe.
咁我哋仲有2位講者啦，咁多謝大家即係耐心啦。咁我哋而家請嚟嘅係屋崙 Ace 棒球隊嘅代表 Tash 㗎。
Ni hao. Good morning. My name is Taj Tashambe. Thank you, Michael. I'm the Vice President of Government Affairs with the Oakland A's.
咁佢係屋崙 A's 嘅副總裁啦，咁佢好高興見到大家。
Do we have any A's fans in the house?
有冇 A's 棒球隊嘅支持者？
Well, it's good to be with you all today. And we stand in support with our Asian community today. I just want to read a brief comment from our team president, Dave Cavill, who couldn't be with us today, and let you know how important your community is to our entire community as the Bay Area and Oakland's team in the A's.
咁佢話屋崙 A 對即係亞太裔係社區非常之關心，亦都關注啦。咁佢會代表佢哋嘅主席 Dave Cavill 去讀一個宣言嘅。
As an inclusive organization committed to diversity and equity throughout the world, we believe it is our responsibility to respect and support communities that surround us.
咁佢話作為一個非常之包容性同埋鼓勵多元化嘅機構嚟講嘅話，佢係好高興見到呢個多元文化嘅參與㗎。
We strongly condemn any anti-Asian racism and violence and stand with our Asian American and Pacific Islander communities and allies throughout the city of Oakland and the entire country.
咁佢係反對任何針對亞裔嘅歧視同埋呢個暴力嘅。咁佢亦都同全國嘅所有關注呢啲事件嘅人站在一齊去譴責呢啲暴行。
And today we are making contributions to stop AAPI hate. The Oakland Chinatown Chamber of Commerce and APEN, Asian Pacific Environmental Network, because we are committed to our community as your partners, and we want to make sure that we use our voice to help stop this critical time period of violence that's affecting our entire community against not just Asians, but everyone. We want this to stop completely.
咁佢哋嘅機構咧，亦都向即係屋倫華埠商會同埋 APEN 咧作出呢個貢獻嘅。咁佢哋希望透過佢哋呢一啲幫助社區機構嘅話，可以制止所有嘅仇恨犯罪發生。希望可以咁樣做到。
And it's hot, so I'm going to stop. Thank you all very much. Go A's.
咁我話多謝大家 ，Go A's。
Today is from the Asian Real Estate Association of America, Greater East Bay Chapter President, Justin Wong.
咁跟住同我哋講説話嘅係呢個美國亞裔地產經紀會嘅主席 Justin Wong 嘅。
Good afternoon, everyone.
大家好。
My name is Justin Wong, representing ARIA, which is the Asian Real Estate Association of America.
咁佢係 Justin Wong， 咁佢係代表呢個美國亞裔地產從業員協會。
Outside of my representation for ARIA, I am also a fifth generation Chinese American. My family has come from the 1800s, from Vallejo to Hayward to Oakland to Berkeley. My parents, my mother, my father, Oakland Technical High School, Skyline High School. I stand before you having this day is a moment.
咁佢亦都講咗啦，咁佢係第5代嘅華裔啦，咁佢屋企喺1800年代嗰陣時已經嚟到美國，咁一度搬咗嚟屋倫之後，咁喺屋倫生活同埋上學㗎。
As a moment to recognize that while my family has been here for a very long time, for 5 generations, we have not necessarily had our voice throughout this country.
咁佢話雖然好多亞裔啦喺美國有5代嘅歷史，但係我哋嘅聲音有時候未必係所有人都聽得到嘅。
Enough is enough. We are past the awareness phase given the recent events.
咁佢話而家已經係到咗忍無可忍嘅時候，我哋已經過咗呢個同大家即係呼籲聽亞裔聲音嘅時候。
On this day, Friday, March 26th, nationally, today is a day for the Asian American community. It is a day of healing. It is a day of action. It is a day to support our community, to support our small businesses, to love one another as a community, and to stop Asian hate.
咁佢話呢個今日係一個日子，係大家需要去記住，因為喺歷史上係有呢個歧視亞裔嘅往事喺度。咁希望大家透過今日可以重新考慮去支持我哋嘅社區，去多啲參與同埋多啲去購物消費，同埋發表大家嘅聲音。多謝大家。
Thank you, Justin. And now we will transition to Q&A for members of the media. One of our board of directors, Warren Chu, will be walking around with a mic.
咁而家係呢個問答嘅時候啦，咁如果有任何媒體或者有問題嘅話，我哋有一個董事成員嘅話，會有個咪去俾大家發問嘅。
Do we have any questions?
大家有冇咩問題咧？
All right. The speakers are Carl. I will now bring Carl back up to the podium.
Thank you. Once again, the reason why we're setting up about 10:30. The reason why I want to do that, remember, we're focusing on 3 things. 1, stop AAPI hate with unity. And secondly, we want to promote this Sharp Oakland campaign, also supporting all API businesses nationwide. And thirdly, we want to do this public funding, public safety funding, and one of them will go to the camera system. And the reason why we start at 10:30 because we want to stop around lunchtime. So I want all of you to be able to patronize our businesses and go to the restaurant and spend some money here in Oakland, Chinatown. And not only for only China, we want you to spend money in the entire city of Oakland so that many of these businesses, we need your help.
咁阿陳生就話希望大家用愛同埋關懷嚟反對呢個仇恨犯罪啦。咁點解10點半要提早舉行呢個活動呢？就希望而家啱啱好係呢個午飯嘅時候，大家可以留喺華埠去支持我哋嘅小商業。咁有3樣嘢，大家希望大家可以繼續做嘅，就係支持我哋嘅商業啦。咁去了解我哋嘅籌款計劃，同埋係呢個團結一致反對呢個暴力行為㗎。
So I also want to acknowledge we get a lot of love and help from the Alameda County Sheriff. So I want to acknowledge Alameda County Sheriff Lieutenant Grano. So I want to give a big hand. 多謝你 Thank you so much for your help.
咁我哋亦都想多謝呢個阿拉米大院願景啦，咁佢哋嘅代表亦都有參與我哋㗎。
So in closing, I want to thank all of our media because of you, we got the voice, and because of the people here, we also got the voice together. It's going to be uniting everybody together. Now, I also want to invite all the speakers today. Our chamber, we want to do a short video with every one of you. If we could not do it today, I want to do it sometime shortly because we want to post it into our Instagram, into all the messages that you've been saying. So it's important that we all are in one voice. Together, we are here to support each other. It's not a nation community. We are all one community.
咁陳生亦都話希望多謝我哋記者朋友同埋所有參與嘅人士啦，因為你哋一齊嚟到呢度嘅話，令到我哋嘅聲音更加壯大嘅。咁另外大家如果有機會嘅話，佢哋商會亦都想訪問大家，咁喺個 Instagram 上邊咧，可以將你對你而家社會發生嘅事件嘅睇法，去講出你嘅心聲。咁希望如果大家見到商會嘅人員嘅話，可以接受佢哋嘅訪問㗎。
So many things you can do besides talking about unity. So if you want to contribute, you can write a check or support our Oakland Chinatown Chamber Foundation, which is 501c3. But most importantly, let's spend some money.
咁如果大家有錢，希望出錢嘅話咧，可以捐俾呢個商會嘅基金。咁佢哋係一個非牟利組織，係可以扣稅嘅。咁另外最重要嘅，佢希望大家留喺華埠呢度消費，支持我哋嘅亞裔小商業㗎。
Finally, I want to invite our guest speakers and some of our friends together. We'll take a quick picture.